Hello everybody, peace of the Lord Jesus. Today we're gonna be looking at a video called How to Shut Down Christians Who Claim That Muhammad is a Pedophile by Muslims Since 2003.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Skeptic Bible Study. In this session, we're going to cover the topic of pedophilia in the Bible. Now, I've gotten a lot of responses from conservative Christians in regards to my gay-bashing Bible sermon, who like to argue with me about the topic of homosexuality, and they usually bring up the say as strongly as I possibly can right now, these are two separate issues. Homosexuality deals with sexuality between people who happen to have similar body parts who are consenting adults. Pedophilia, on the other hand, is a sexually predatory behavior. It victimizes the child. It is a victim-related crime.
Okay, so far he's talking about whatever, blah blah blah, arguing with conservative Christians, and we agree that in the Bible, being gay is condemned by God, and of course he destroyed two cities because they wanted to rape Abraham and the angels, and because of their sexual immorality. So we agree that in Christianity, that being a homosexual is wrong. Show me where that's wrong in the Quran. In fact, you will see later on in this video how I will show you that it's not. And let's continue on and hear what he has to say.
So these are two separate issues here. But since conservative Christians like to bring up the topic of pedophilia, let's now review all the passages in the Bible that condemn the practice.
Okay, this part's pretty boring. He's just skipping through it.
Sexual laws. There must be laws here that...
Surely, yeah.
Here we go. Numbers, chapter 31, verse 18. It does mention pedophilia. Or it could be considered to mention pedophilia here. Moses is instructing his followers how to treat prisoners of war, who to put to death and who to take as sex slaves. And he says in verse 18 of Numbers 31, "But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with them, keep alive for yourselves." So there you have it, the biblical condemnation of the practice of pedophilia. Oh, wait.
The same story is in your Quran, chapter 5, verse 20 to 22, about Moses taking the land. What happened is the Jews believe in an eye for an eye. Have you ever heard of a whole group of people who got enslaved? Well, this is what happened to the Jews, and they're doing now exactly what the people did to them, taking back the land that was theirs.
That can be considered an endorsement.
You forgot, too, that there was a thing called the Nephilim, which was a deformity in mankind, and so they were destroying all the people who were affected with it, and because these people and their religions had very weird sexual practices with family members, with animals, they had to destroy people who... God had to destroy those people with sexual diseases and the problems that they had.
Well, a lot of people will say that there may not be any laws against pedophilia, but maybe the people who wrote the Bible just didn't think about it at the time.
Well, why didn't you open up chapter 9 of Mark and verse 42? Oh, you just forget those verses. You claim that you looked through the whole Bible there and you read it, but you specifically took out that verse, and I'm going to show you guys why Muslims do love to lie to us and try and deceive people who don't know anything. 9 verse 42. "And if anyone causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to be thrown into the sea with a large millstone tied around his neck." So here, right from the teaching of Jesus Christ, anybody who causes a child to sin, it would be better if they weren't even alive. So according to Jesus Christ, it would be better if Muhammad, peace be upon him, was never alive.
Everyone please turn to Leviticus chapter 20. Let's start with verse 10. We see all manner of sexual laws here. Verse 10, don't lie with another man's wife. Number 11, don't lie with your father's wife. Number 12, don't lie with your daughter-in-law. Number 13, don't lie with another man. Number 14, don't take another man, take a wife and her mother.
While I was watching this, I noticed that on the side he said, "Let me ask our beloved Christians and Jews, friends, only those who call Muhammad, peace be upon him, a pedophile." First off, can you call Christians and Jews friends? 5 verse 51 clearly says, "Take not the Christians and Jews as friends or protectors, for they are only friends or protectors of themselves, and surely he who does that is one of them." You see how they love to lie to you and not even follow their own book? Now let's read what he says. "How in the world do you have the nerve to blame Muhammad, who married a 6-year-old girl and waited till she reached puberty at the age of 9. Oh, so she was adult at the age of 9. So, right, she gets married at the age of 9, gets a car by the age of 8, has a job by the age of 12, retired by the age of 14, and dies at 16, right? Like, is this the life of these people? And you forgot that the same story commanded Moses is in the Quran. And to show you guys how hypocrite you are, your Quran says that God sent down the Torah and the Injil. So are you saying that the Quran, that Allah is allowing their sex slaves? Because this is not our book. This is Allah's book. You bunch of hypocrites.
Number 15, don't lie with the beast. Number 16, don't let another woman lie with the beast. Number 17, don't lie with your sister. Number 18, don't lie with a woman while she's menstruating. Number 19, don't uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister or your father's sister. Number 20, don't lie with your uncle's wife. Number 21, don't lie with your brother's wife. So we see there are all manner of sexual laws in here.
Just because it doesn't have it in that chapter doesn't mean the Bible allows it. I mean, do you guys have a brain even? Can you think? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because it's not in there doesn't mean it allows it. And as I showed you from chapter 9 verse 42, that the Bible does teach that if anybody does that, it would be better if they weren't even born.
And yet nothing that condemns the practice of pedophilia. Now, if I were God and I was going to lay down some sexual laws, don't lie with your wife's mother would not be one of them. It would not be that.
At the same time, let's read your Quran and see what it says about that. In come on. Chapter 65 and verse 4 is where I'm going to. Such of women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the prescribed period, if ye have any doubts, is 3 months. For those who have no courses, it is the same. For those who carry life within their wombs, their period is until they deliver their burdens. And for those who fear Allah, He will make their path easy. So here your Quran in chapter 65 verse 4 is saying those who haven't had their period yet, their month is 3 months. 3 months. And you can divorce them. So here Allah is allowing pedophilia. Do you see how much of a hypocrite liar the Muslims are? Stay tuned for part 2.